Okay, Dwayne. So what are we doing on this side? Because I know London is working on the other side and you are working on this side.
Okay, so what I'm doing over here is I'm doing a drinks bottle with lots of splashes, lots of color, something very vibrant that will, you know, attract eyes and pull people towards the cart. Yeah, because it's drinks, and I mean, it's going to be like a non-distinct drink. It's not like we're putting a brand or anything on it. It's just like a generic bottle, but everything is just color. Color is the name of the game here.
To attract more people to look at it. Even when you're walking, you're just like, ooh, colors.
Yeah. What is that? What is that? What's going on there?
I hear you.
But also it's that thing where it's got to have that artistic pull, where it's like, that's not printed media. Where'd you get that printed? Like, it's not a sticker, my G.
Is that what you guys always try to do in every work that you leave? You always try to leave your print on it, so like, there's something distinctive about this.
You know, at the end of the day, as an artist, especially when your art is in the public eye, your art is your calling card, you know? If people see it, they'll be like, yeah, whatever. But when they see it and they're like, oh my God, where'd you get this done? What's the story? You know, it sells itself. So you can't afford to show up and paint something weak. You always got to put 110% into your work. So yeah, we show up, we paint it the best we can, try and make it look as professional as possible, and that's it.
All right, I was about to do my own, but it's fine. We are not about to do that. Let me watch from the back.
This is. So you always start with the sketch, the skeleton. Like London said, you come back and make improvements. So this is about as much sketch as I'm going to do. The rest of it is just freestyle splashes, because you know splashes are unique. They don't look a certain way. Yeah. So I think I might go with like a spiral from this side, and then, you know, put like an orange piece or something at a certain point, that kind of thing going on. Maybe an ice cube or two, I don't know. But that's the beauty of just being given freedom, you know. It's always that thing where it's like, this is the concept, this is what I want, but at the same time it's like, listen, I'll put it in your hands, trust you, go ahead.
Do you think that's more easier to work with when they give you like, okay, this is what I have, but after that you can just do your own thing, while you know you can be your creative self with it?
Yes, obviously. I mean, I think one, it goes a lot faster when you do that, because you know, used to painting a certain way, doing things a certain way. But you know, if it comes to something that has to look the way you want it to look, and you've given me something to copy off of, then I mean, obviously it takes longer. It's not as enjoyable. But at the same time, you know, when you're challenged with something you've never done before, you always have to step up. And I think a lot of the time, you know, yeah, it's like, oh man, it's a bit of a drag, but at the same time, you have to step up and produce that artwork, you know. So yeah, it's nice to have a challenge every once in a while, but today is not that day.
Yes, let's get coloring. Why? I'm trying to be excited. You sound excited, so I'm trying to be.
Yeah, I'm glad you're excited about it. You need more people to be excited about it, you know. The only thing is, like, a lot of people, you know, sometimes like, oh, you've seen Dwayne in London do it. It doesn't look so difficult. I mean, you know, it's like, dude, it's hard. Right?
Oh, trust me, it is difficult. I've been watching this for the longest time and I haven't done anything because I don't know.
You know, the one thing people don't understand is the physicality of it. So this might take 3 or 4 hours standing here in the sun. You'll be on your tippy toes. You'll be squatting.
I think the thing
people don't realize is your forearm. You know, you're going to be standing here for, you know, today 4 to 5 hours, just literally doing this.
So the fingers
all day.
Do feel the pressure.
All day. So when you start out, you maybe paint for 20, 30 minutes, and then your whole forearm just turns into concrete. Your finger will start to twitch. You might have to use your thumb or move to your middle finger, and eventually your hand just sort of locks up. So, you know, it takes a lot of work, and over the years, you know, you get a certain resistance. But I tell you what, when you're finished, you don't feel it when you're painting, but when you get home, it's just like, oof. it hits you. You
That
know,
was a long day.
the sun, the physical workout, but also there's a certain euphoria when you're done and you've done something really awesome for the day, and so you just feel great
You're
about
just
it.
like, I did that.
And that's the feeling that keeps you coming back. It's like, oh no, I didn't get that quite perfect this time, but I
Next
got it in
one.
my head, I locked it in. Next time I'm gonna smash it, yeah.
Okay. So, I was about to make a line too, but it's fine. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna go for flowing. So we can have something sort of splashy like that coming around there, and then it's gonna wrap around sort of like that. We're gonna have something coming out of the bottle
Splashing.
and sort of just whip around and connect. Okay, so that's about as close as you get with the sketch, and then we develop from there. A lot of the time when you finish with the sketch, you got to come back with a different color, just because you can lose yourself and you can step back and be like, oh man, I got so lost in it, I don't know what I was doing. So you come back, you fix it up, and that's why we say, like, when you're watching, it's very difficult to understand what's going on if you're not getting a play-by-play just like this. But it's like at the end of it, when you see the sketch, and then you see like the fill-ins, and then when it comes to the final touch where you start adding the outlines and all that stuff, that's gonna be like, oh,
That's what it was. I would have never imagined.
Yeah, so, but yeah, it's exciting because I don't even know what it's gonna look like in the end, but that's part of the journey, you know.
But you don't even have something in mind? Why you have it like...
I've maybe got about 45% here.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So unless I've done a full color sketch and I've said this is what I'm going to do, then, you know, then it's boring because we all know.
So the other 55% will be
The
here.
other 55% happens right here.
Okay. Excited. Let's see the other 55.
Alrighty.
I've also noticed or smelled that it kind of has some smell about it. Is that why you wear that around your nose?
Yes. Just because, like, because of the whole coronavirus and PPE and stuff like that, we had like proper respirators and whatnot, but they have been bought out. We can't really find ones that are good enough. But when we work in an enclosed space, so if we're working in an office building or, you know, a bedroom or something like that, we make sure that we have that stuff because this is toxic. You don't want to breathe it in. But when you're in an open environment like this, it's just really the smell that you get and not so much but if you look at my glasses,
Yeah, I can see the white
there's
pins.
specks on them, yeah. So you don't want that stuff to get in your eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna step back now and let you do your work.
Okay. So I mean, like the showgrounds, only people that are familiar with the showgrounds go to the showgrounds. You know, it's a very central place. Also, we were given space there by the Visual Arts Council to express ourselves and whatnot. So that was great. And yeah, it's a very versatile, useful space. And a lot of people gather there. It's always a great place to go and hang out and just catch up with some culture.
You people are really hard to find though.
It's because we don't want to be found.
We want to find you! We want to find you!
September to December.
We finished in December.
We finished first week of December.
And we finished first week of
December,
so 2.5 months. But that was a hard one, bro. That was October. Do you know how hot last October was? We were spending 6 hours in the sun.
How much water did you drink?
A lot.
That's my only
we actually
question.
stopped drinking water. We were drinking ORS.
Yeah.
Oh wow, you know what? Did you want to get dehydrated?
No, we were getting dehydrated just drinking water because we were just sweating the whole time.
Water doesn't do anything. So we were drinking 5 liters of ORS.